So, are you gonna buy it? You know what I'm talking about, right? This guy knows what I'm talking about. How's it going, everyone? I'm Izzy Nobre, and this is the Izzy Nobre Show. As expected, a few days ago, Apple unveiled their two new phones, the iPhone 6 and the iPhone 6 Plus, which is exactly what all the leaks said we would see. So for the iPhone 6, we're looking at a 4.7-inch screen. That's pretty much in line with everything else that we're seeing in the cell phone market these days. Now, the iPhone 6 Plus, on the other hand, is a 5.5-inch beast, the purpose of which, it seems, to take on Samsung's Note line. Now, I personally have been waiting for a larger screen iPhone forever. They gave us this bullshit back in 2012, the iPhone 5. It's 4 inches across, not quite big enough for what I need. Now the iPhone 6 and the 6 Plus, on the other hand, is exactly what made me look at some Samsung and HTC phones in the past with envious eyes. That is what I want, because what I do on my phone benefits a lot from a screen that big. Now, people say it kind of looks silly when people are making phone calls on these so-called super phones, and I'll give you that. I guess it does kind of look silly because this slab of plastic next to your head. But truth be told, I barely ever make phone calls on my phone. It's like email, browsing the web, games, comic books, Netflix. I'm Netflixing all over the fucking place. Because those are the things that I'm most often doing on my phone, I, for one, welcome these super phones. I know it's not for everybody. Some people are raising concerns about whether or not they're going to be able to fit them in their fucking pockets, which is pretty messed up because we went from huge phones to small phones. Back in the early 2000s, small phones were a thing, and then now we're going back to the huge phones. So yeah, I kind of understand the frustration. And we're also finally showing the Apple Watch. Apple's long overdue entry into the fuck, I keep fucking it up. Marshmallow, help me out here. Fuck you, I ain't helping you. Now, even as a longtime Apple fan, okay, he fucked up my glasses, wait a second. Now, even as a longtime Apple user, the Apple Watch was kind of meh. I honestly don't see the point yet. Having a screen on your wrist that's kind of like a satellite to your phone that does everything that your phone already does, but on a smaller screen with shittier battery for extra money. Marshmallow, stop fucking around right now. He's biting my door. I said, stop it, you bastard! Yeah, so what? My room is messy. Deal with it. F you. Anyway, as I was saying, the Apple Watch didn't quite light my world on fire. And again, I'm a huge Apple fanboy. Now, that being said, I'm not gonna go as far as to call it useless or failure. I mean, first of all, the thing is not even out yet. I haven't even touched it. So I'm gonna reserve my final judgment to when I actually use the product. Especially because Apple fanboys have this habit of seeing a new product being announced, and then going online and saying it's utter shit, saying that Apple's gonna go bankrupt, that this is the worst misstep ever, only to then be proven wrong because they're short-sighted fanboys. Remember when the iPod was announced back in 2001? Well, I sure as didn't, but it just so happens that Mac Rumors iPod announcement reaction thread is still live on the internet for you to check. And what you'll see is fanboys saying, fuck this is pointless, this is useless, Apple, fuck you. Nobody wants an iPod, nobody's gonna buy that. It's the worst. You're the worst. So yeah, typically people who are all up in arms saying that this or that product's gonna suck, especially when it comes to Apple products, more often than not, these guys are proven wrong. So I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna say the Apple Watch isn't my cup of tea right now, or any smartwatches for that matter. But again, I haven't used one that much yet, and I'm gonna leave it at that for now. Now I wanna know what you think. Are you excited for these new iPhones? You're gonna stick with your Android phones? Which size is better, 4.7 or 5.5? I personally am leaning towards the 5.5. But again, this is one of those things where I'm gonna have to use it first and then make up my mind, because I mean, these things are cheap. Anyway, that's all the time I have for today. If you like this video, as always, click the like button. I think it's like on that side now. YouTube is always moving these things around. It's fucking confusing. If you're not a subscriber yet, please subscribe. There's videos here, I wanna say weekly, and that's it. I'm Izzy, and I'm done. Marshmallow. I hope he's not eating my headphones again.